Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Nix. His first throw is an interception. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. That one's complete, right side. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Headed out right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got a flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
Another try following the sack. As the open man downfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 30. With it. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Ngel able to bring him down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motion man sent left. Shotgun snap to Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Leo Chanel makes the play. Into the red zone. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play, and the Broncos will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Williams now on 1st and 10. Pushing for the red zone. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos make it a 1-score game. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lion, come 19, come 19. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Cougar 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go. 72 more. After 60. After 60.
Now Nix. Throw complete to Williams.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Got it. Ready?
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Broncos looking at a punt on 4th down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Pulled in at the 20. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He rolls to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready.
Slot man in motion right.
Go.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Back to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball at the 33 for first down. They go with Williams on a counter. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's taken in by Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Nick Snad, a throw. Short pass, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's go.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They've got a man in motion. Going for it, it's Williams. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a fourth down run. trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, and power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Go, set. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete to Coleman. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41.
Ready. Set up.
Plowing up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Ready. Hot.
Throwing from the gun. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bills looking like they'll have to punt. The Bills with a punt team out there. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's...
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that run's fairly uneventful. Only a small gain to near the 22. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Nix off the play action. He lets a heater go deep. He's got it deep downfield. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go! Go!
Oh, he shovels it forward, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Average. Let's go now. Track all 80. Warrior 70. Ready.
Setting up a throw. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Putting a receiver in motion. Nix with it on 1st. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. They'll send him over right. On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Dragon 60.
From the 29. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set.
Looking to the air here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Here we go. Set.
Back now, pressure on its way. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Come on. Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Again, they can't connect. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Ready.
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead right away. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds Mims. And he'll get it up to the 44. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Dulcich hauls it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bills get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Hiking 18. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. On the move, headed, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Set. Mustang
Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile.
Here we go, set.
He'll throw it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Williams on the carry. And defenders are there to get him at the line. And play wrapped up by Demario Davis. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Dom. And they get this down to the 28. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ready.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go now.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Nix. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Pirates, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the red zone now. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw again. Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. Oh no, the ball is loose! And this is scooped up by the Bills! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Look, you know, I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. He's dropping back to throw. Complete to Coleman. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. And up.
He'll throw it yet again. Coleman with the grab. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Check that. Street. Check go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Ready?
Pass play now. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Now to kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. 6 Buffalo 18.
To throw, here's Nix. He throws a bullet down the right side. Big gain downfield. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Nix with it on 1st. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Nix. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Let's go now. Go.
Nick's now to throw. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on fourth down and pick up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh, boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Ready.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Okay, ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. 18. Pioneer. And up.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready up.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. And this one doesn't go far. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Broncos, 14 points back. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. Fits it through the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 17. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All their timeouts left, but they still need a quick score here. It's 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Nix to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. To throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Quick throw finds about right. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Folks, it's intercepted. Through the defense he goes, room to burn. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the 2-point call does end up yielding 2 points, but it's definitely not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
No, I don't think it's the first thing on the audience mind as they get ready to run it, but it's definitely on the defensive mind to make up for the touchdown they just gave up. They're looking for opportunities to affect the score, and this time they were able to.
They're going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So they'll decline this and take the result. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And they make this stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. So it's the